what Double XL helped me more than anything was when I met Kendrick Lamar. Because when I met Kendrick Lamar, I met him when I went to do a shoot for Tech Nine. It was Tech Nine was basically signing J Rock, the artist J Rock. J Rock's a really cool guy, and and J Rock had his friend there, and the whole time, I'm hanging out with Kendrick, because to me, I was a scrub because I was just a cameraman or whatever at that time. But like I'm hanging out with this guy Kendrick, and they have all the seats where all the big shots were, and then they had the cameraman Kendrick and somebody else, and I'm just talking to this guy this whole time, and we're having a good time, throughout I guess it was like 3 days or whatever. When it finally ended, I was like, yo, bro, what do you do? And he was like, yo, I rap. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was just like, okay. And that was it. And
how many people you heard, yo, I rap at that time?
Everybody rapped. Everybody rapped. So it was just like, oh, okay. So when I went back, we were in Kansas City, when I went back home and I was in New York, I was like, let me look up this. No, my friend Jesse was walking. He was like, yo, did you meet Kendrick though? He's dope. And I was like, okay. So I was like, yo, let me go check out his stuff. And I'm looking at his stuff, and I'm like, yo, this dude's fire. And this is before anyone even knows Kendrick Lamar. Nobody knows this guy other than like a
What
journal.
year is this? Let's go back to even trying to...
This must have been like 2000, probably 2010. 2010. And so Kendrick comes back to the Double XL office, and now he's there for himself because they're like, they want to showcase new talent. And I remember him walking down the hall, and I was like, yo, bro, what's good? Give him a pound and hug. And I was like, yo, bro, I didn't know you could rap. He was like, yeah. It's almost like, I'm like, yo, I didn't know you could rap. He's like, yeah, I could rap, yeah.
I told you.
Matt, he was just like, yeah. And I think I always just liked Kendrick because I'm taller, but it was like we very similar. We are the same tribe. We're the same tribe. It was the same tribe. So
same tribe means that you have similar qualities and
similar look and build or whatever. And
I'm trying to think, who is two white people that's in the same tribe?
I think Matthew McConaughey and Noah Wild.
I don't think I know Noah Wild.
You know Noah Wild.
I don't know.
If you can't get Matthew McConaughey, you get him.
Who's Noah Wild?
He plays on a show called The Pit right now. Okay. Trust me. Look at.
What about two other more popular?
Because it's always a person who's like not that famous. Who's another person that's in the same tribe? I feel like Jesse Plemons and Matt Damon. Jesse Plemons, you know who he is. He's from he played in Civil War. He played in Breaking Bad. He looks like Matt Damon. Look up Jesse Plemons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Zoe Deschanel, Rashida Jones, they're not in the same tribe by any means, but they look alike too.
Got it.
But yeah, so Kendrick was like we the same tribe, and so I liked him always, and he was always cool, just mad cool. And so it comes around where freshman comes around, and like he's building heat, and I'm just like, yo, of course he's gonna be like, he had my vote for freshman. And what I'm saying is that, long story short, in my life, I had the pleasure to see a person people in general, who no one knew who they were. But you look at them and you feel an energy. And you're like, that person's gonna, it doesn't mean they're gonna be something, but they have the potential to be something great. And so for me, being around all of these people who I've seen them before anyone else believed they were great. And now I see Kendrick Lamar on the Grammys. And I see him, he's a superstar. And I look at that and I'm just like, it's so much inspiration, because you could be just sitting down right now and like, no one believes in me. No one, like, who am I? Like, what am I going to do? But you believe in yourself. You just got to believe in yourself. And eventually it's going to happen. Like, when I told Kendrick, like, yo, you can rap, I was like, I didn't believe in him. At that time, I didn't believe in him. And then when I listened to his music, I'm like, yo, he's dope. But I'm not thinking superstar.
2025 Grammys, 5 Grammys.
I'm not thinking that. But slowly I started to. Slowly, I started to. When he was in freshman and he did that freestyle, I'm like, oh shit, this is.
It was a different sound.
This is a different.
It felt different.
It's this evolution, and then after that, it's like he dropped control, and then it's like, and then it's just like, oh no, this isn't just a
fluke.
Fluke. This is a superstar.
Yeah.
And I've seen that with Macklemore. I've seen that with Future.
Future.
You and I, we saw Future.
Yeah.
Before he was the Future that we know.
Yeah. And as I said, the fact that he was so open-minded and creative, like I said, he's a true artist.
He's a true artist.
But you said you had another instance with him recently, or something. You said about, or it was something we saw with Future, and you was like,
"Oh no!" I was saying that with Future, I feel like when you go in your bag, and I feel like that's what it means when you go in your bag. When Future did the song with Rihanna, when he's doing a ballad, and it's all off key, but it's fire. And I just always think, like, how did he have the guts, the nerve, to say, yo, this is what I'm going to do. Believe in that. Because it's fire. But, like, he had the confidence to walk in there and be like, I'm going to sing. I'm not going to rap. I'm going to sing on a track with another woman who sings for real. And it's going to be fire. And I just feel like that's being a showman. That's what being a creative is all about. You have to go to the place that's dangerous. And if it's not dangerous, then there's no point in doing it.
You know I'm laughing.
Why?
I feel like you gotta tell your Kanye in a bathroom story.
Oh, okay.
Cause I feel like that's a unique. I mean, I think drawing context to Kanye.
So that's another person. I met Kanye at different stages of Kanye.